Hi everyone. Hey, I'm back. So I look different because this is the next day. I'm just gonna go straight into the tips, and while I do the tips, moisturize my hair, I'm gonna share the tips with you guys. So I'm gonna be using water, one of my favorite leave-in conditioners. This one is literally almost finished, as y'all can see, but your girl got the backup. It actually just came today. It's a full container. I love this leave-in conditioner, especially before my low porosity hair. It does not build up on my hair. So right now my hair is shrunken because I went out, and I'm just going to take this off. And oh, my hair look a mess. It look a mess. But anyways, I just took out my twist today because I haven't worn my hair in like weeks, like 2 months, a month and a bit, almost 2 months. I've just been rocking a wig. So the first tip I have for you guys is to make sure your hair never dries out. I think this is the first and one of the most important tips I have for you guys, is to never let your hair dry. Right now my hair feels quite, it still feels quite moisturized, but I can feel a tiny bit of dryness, and that tiny bit of dryness can cause my hair to start tangling up and on itself. So you never want your hair to dry out, because dryness equals to tangles, knots, those things equal to single strand knots, split ends, breakage, and breakage equals to little to no length retention. And I know that we are all on this journey to retain our length, and we want healthy length retention. So if you want healthy length retention, you want to make sure that you are keeping your hair moisturized. Keeping your hair moisturized, you don't want your hair to dry out at all. I do not let my ends dry out, and when my hair is in twists, I'm always checking my hair every day. This doesn't mean neglect your hair when you put your hair in a protective style, because I know some of y'all be neglecting your hair. I know some of y'all be neglecting your hair. I know. And it's so easy to forget your hair under a wig or under a weave or in those braids, but you're doing that protective style for a reason, for your hair to retain length, and for your hair to be less, or for your hair to have less manipulation. But you're not gonna see that length retention if your hair is dry underneath. You're not. And that's why so many people experience excessive shedding when they are doing those type of styles. So that is my first tip. Moisture is key. So the second thing is, the second tip is deep condition your life away, honey. Deep condition your life away. What I found through experimenting with different products um, in 2020 is that thick, creamy, buttery masks work really well for my hair. And when you deep condition, you want to make sure that you actually brush the product through your hair. Like, you actually want to make sure that every single strand is receiving the product. Like, you can see how I'm applying this product. I'm not just applying it and just like going like this, or just applying it and not actually working it through. Because now you can see like my hair is defined, because every strand is being coated, and every strand is like being kind of massaged like with the product on my hair. So when you're deep conditioning, you want to make sure every single strand of your hair is receiving the moisture, because if you don't, then you're going to notice uneven length, and who wants that? I know you don't want that. I don't want that, so I know you don't want that. So yes, um make sure all strands are coated from root to tip. Do not neglect your roots. I know that our ends are often talked about when it comes to like deep conditioning, moisturizing. Yes, our ends are important, but the rest of our hair is also very important, because if you retain your ends and you don't retain your roots, or the middle of your hair, and you have mid shaft splits, or you have a root that is breaking, because that can occur, because I do have some breakage on my roots, like in the middle crown section. You do not want to neglect any part of your hair. You want to make sure that you are actually getting the product through to every strand, no matter how many strands you have on your head. And making sure the product is, you'll know the, making sure the product is evenly distributed in your head of hair. Trust me, you will know the difference when your hair is like well moisturized, like thoroughly moisturized. Your hair will just be like, it'll just behave. I don't want to say behave, but like it'll just feel, it'll all feel smooth, moisturized, soft. And yeah, I'm only using a leave-in conditioner today because I'm gonna be washing my hair soon, and I'm not applying extra product because I don't want product buildup or excessive product buildup. So that is the second tip. Deep conditioning is key. Also, that goes ties in with the first tip. Moisture is key. So do not. The third tip is, do not detangle your hair dry. Um, I added a step to my wash day routine where you know, I detangle my hair with conditioner beforehand. Water and conditioner. I make sure to spray my hair with water before I actually go in. Actually, I actually soak my hair with water. I make sure my hair is super wet. I go in the shower, soak my hair with water, and then I apply the conditioner. And this is before shampooing my hair on wash day, because if you're gonna go in and detangle with the tool and your fingers, then there's gonna be a lot of manipulation. You want to make sure your hair is well lubricated, your hair has an adequate amount of moisture in it, because that's when your hair starts to break, when your hair doesn't have the moisture that it needs in order for the strands to kind of just glide through or slide through themselves and not get stuck on each other and causing friction, causing breakage, all that stuff that we do not want, and that causes little to no length retention. It is so hard to talk and do my hair at the same time. Whew. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my hair and then give a tip, because I cannot do two things at the same time, okay? I cannot. Is trimming is key. Trimming is so important. Why, you ask? Um, because there's so many reasons why trimming is important. And I'm giving you the important key things because I feel like natural hair does not need to be difficult. It is simple. Do these steps and trust me, like, you don't need to be difficult with your hair. You don't need to do so many steps. You don't need to do so many things to your hair. Do these things and trust me, your hair will thank you in the long run. Trimming is important because it gets rid of the ends that are eating away at the rest of your healthy hair. if you have split ends, your ends look wispy, they look dead, they look trash. You have too many single strand knots, because we all know that single strand knots is part of the territory of having natural hair. But if you have an uncontrollably amount and it's causing you excessive breakage and excessive shedding, that is when you know you need to trim. And the way I know that I need to trim is that my detangling becomes longer and more difficult. Yes. Sorry, go yeah. See what I mean? See that shape now? Yes. Yes. And I notice a lot more shedding when I haven't trimmed my ends. So you experience less shedding with trimming, you experience less breakage, your ends look healthier, your overall the overall aesthetic of your natural hair looks more healthy, full, bouncy, and your styles just come out looking more healthy and full, and the ends feel so much better. Like, I love trimming my ends because I just love the feel of overall healthy hair. And your detangling time will literally be cut in half. Like, if you're experiencing detangling time that is taking way too long, and you're asking yourself, like, why is it taking me so dang on long to detangle my hair? You might need to trim your hair. Now, I'm not saying that you have to or that you need to. I'm just saying trimming is important for length retention, especially if you want healthy length retention. Now that I have the whole back section moisturized, is having a leave-in conditioner that penetrates your hair. Find a leave-in conditioner that really works well for your hair. Find a leave-in conditioner that really works well for your hair. I thought my hair didn't need leave-in conditioner because my hair was low porosity, and my hair normally, with my hair porosity, products normally build up really fast on my hair, so I have to make sure that I'm using products that are creamy enough to penetrate my hair but thick enough to coat my hair strands and to keep my hair moisturized for a while, so that I don't continuously have to moisturize it. Finding a good leave-in conditioner, no, finding a great leave-in conditioner for your hair will make worlds of difference. If you feel like you need a leave-in conditioner for your low porosity hair, find you a good leave-in conditioner. I do the LCG method, where I use a leave-in, a cream, and a gel or a grease type of products. It's not necessarily the ones with petrolatum, but I use those as well, and my low porosity hair is fine, and my hair does not experience product buildup. Everything gets soaked into my hair. My hair stays moisturized for a very long time. Now, when you find a leave-in conditioner for your hair, trust me, you will know. Your hair will literally soak the product up. Like, there'll literally be no white product residue. I used room temperature water. I didn't use warm water. And you know, normally with low porosity hair, if you want the product to really penetrate your hair strands, you use warm water. But this leave-in conditioner works so well for my hair that it's the perfect consistency for my hair, and it literally penetrates into my hair literally when I put it on after water. So I am sticking to this leave-in conditioner. If I try other leave-in conditioners and they work just as well, I'm gonna stick with them as well. If I like, this is gonna be like the standard for my hair, because I don't experience any whiteness and my hair is shiny, my hair is defined. This is how you know that your hair is well moisturized and you have a great leave-in conditioner on your hands. I cannot stress this point enough, because I really thought that my hair did not need a leave-in conditioner, which it does. So yours might too. Guys, is that you need to find products that work well for your hair. I didn't always use the best products for my hair, but I did find products that worked really well for my hair, and I had to pay attention to it. I didn't pay attention to it when I found those products until years later, and I remember and I look back and I'm like, wow, whoa, my hair was like growing so much with those products compared to now. And you know, or a few years later, I'm using these products and my hair is just looking crazy. Like, it's not looking moisturized, not feeling soft, nothing. It's looking dusty, crusty, and ugly. Just a simple truth. I'm saying it to myself, I'm not saying it to you now. But finding those products that your hair really loves and sticking to them, and not becoming a product junkie and, you know, buying a lot of products. Now, I buy a lot of products because I'm testing out products. I'm done with testing out products, to be honest, because I found a bunch of products that my hair likes, and I'm just going to be repurchasing that now and rotating that. And I will share these products with you guys. I know I did a haul. I have more hauls to do, to be honest, because I did buy more products, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys so you guys can experience products that work for your hair also, and hopefully you'll find something within the mix that I share. So that is an important tip. Now, the next tip I'm about to share with you is a bit more important than the last tip I just shared, which is finding techniques for your hair that work really well for your hair. You can have the right products, but if you don't have the right techniques, there literally is no point of you having those products, because you don't know how to use them. And that is why, you know, if you do not have the right products, you want to be testing out techniques, seeing what works for your hair, seeing what responds well to your hair, and seeing what makes your hair happy. Your hair will talk to you, and you have to listen to it. You really do need to listen to your hair. The next tip runs into the previous tip, is to find a routine. Build a routine that becomes a foundation for your healthy hair journey. It is something that you're always going to be able to go back to, even if you find yourself trying different things and you feel your hair isn't really responding well to it. You can always go back to this foundational routine that your hair responds to so well that literally it can just bounce back the minute you start applying all these techniques or these things that you do to your hair that work so well for your hair. I have found a routine that I've been doing for years now that works so well for my hair that, you know, even though I did big chop my hair a second time in 2018, like my hair just literally, it's like I'm not sure how long it is now, but if I had to guess, I would say it's back to the length I had before I did the second big chop, which I still need to talk about that on my channel, but that's another video. So yeah, finding a routine that works for your hair keeps you stress free and not having to worry about what do I do, like what day is my wash day, when am I going to get to wash my hair, what products do I use, what steps do I take. Figuring all this stuff out and just repeating it is what is going to make your hair journey a successful hair journey, and it's gonna actually help you enjoy doing your hair. Because I love doing my hair, and it's because I took the time to figure out all this stuff for my hair. Moisturize. Moisturize. So I'm not sure what tip I'm on right now, but the next tip is keeping your scalp clean. Now, you cannot keep your scalp clean 24/7, but you have to make sure that you are on a consistent regimen or routine where you keep your hair and your scalp clean and moisturized. Those two things are very important: clean and moisturized. You want to make sure your scalp stays clean or is relatively clean for the most part on a regular basis, because that is where you experience hair growth. And if you have clogged pores from dirt, sweat, debris, pollution from the air, you're not going to experience the potential of hair growth that you would normally have if you kept your scalp clean. So just keep your scalp clean, you feel me? The next tip is actually spraying water on your hair before you apply any product. I used to do this where I would not spray water on my hair before I apply products, and I could tell a huge difference in my hair last year compared to other years where I didn't apply or spray water intentionally to my hair. I wasn't aware of the difference it made when I just applied product to my hair to where I spray water first and then apply product to my hair. And I feel like it really helps when you have like dry natural hair or you have low porosity natural hair. I can speak from this point because I do have low porosity natural hair. It makes such a big difference in how the product penetrates your hair or how your hair feels once you spray the water and apply the product. Like, it makes a world of a difference, and you do not need to use anything special. You don't need to go out and buy aloe vera water. Use a like filtered water, or you know, water that is like relatively clean and healthy, and like filtered water or distilled water. Put it in your spray bottle, spray it on your hair, and that will do you well. And then apply a leave-in conditioner and a cream and seal that moisture in. Trust me, I can tell a difference when I spray water before applying product. Try it out, let me know how it works for you. The next tip is using simple hairstyles. Yes, our natural hair is versatile, and yes, it's versatile, but is it always the healthiest thing to be always changing up your hairstyle like every single week? Without even moisturizing your hair? And you know, because I know a lot of us have busy schedules and we don't always have the time to, you know, moisturize our hair and clean our hair and wash our hair and do the whole like wash day routine, and we're still changing up our hairstyles, or we're keeping the wigs and the braids in and we're not actually moisturizing our hair and our hair is dry underneath, and we're still trying to prove this point that our natural hair is versatile. Our hair is versatile, don't get me wrong, but that doesn't mean we need to prove it. If your goal is to retain length and healthy length retention, you want that full thick hair relative to your natural hair, you need to stop doing all of that. You just need to reassess your whole routine if it isn't working for you. So yeah, that's a very important tip. You need to, like, if you find yourself touching your hair 24/7, because I know some people that do that. You might want to rethink that. So the next tip is having hair goals. Hair goals. This is gonna like keep you focused. This is gonna keep you having a laser focus on what you want in your healthy hair journey and never giving up. I think that's so key when it comes to your natural hair journey, because I see a lot of people talking about my hair isn't growing, what do I do to get my hair to grow, which it is always growing. It's just that you're not experiencing length retention, so that growth is breaking up at the same time you are getting it in. And what you need to do is have hair goals, because once you have hair goals, if your goal is to have moisturized hair, then you are actively, without even knowing it, your brain is going to look for answers as to how do I get my hair to be moisturized, how do I keep my hair moisturized, how do I keep my hair from drying out, how do I keep my hair moisturized 24/7 or most of the time, how do I not allow my hair to dry out. You're gonna look for the answers, and I think it's better to approach natural hair in this active manner, because you will get out what you seek from your journey that way. So that's just the way to look at your natural hair journey that would really help a lot of us. Now, I know this video is already long, but I just want to like give you all the tips that helped me last year and is helping me currently and has helped me in the past. After my first big chop, during my transitioning, and after my second big chop, and up to this day. So I just want to share as much as I can and making sure that I'm sharing everything, because I don't want to keep anything from you guys. So the next tip is drinking your water. Now, I am a person who doesn't drink juice, doesn't drink a lot of fizzy drinks. Whenever I drink fizzy drinks, it's usually at the end of the year when we're celebrating. Most of the time you will find me, if you know me, drinking water. And even though I was drinking water, I wasn't drinking enough water. And I think it's important for our overall health and for the health of our hair to drink water every single day, and making sure you're drinking enough water. It's not enough to say I'm drinking water, and you know, for me, I'm talking to myself, to be honest, it's not enough to say I'm drinking water and that's the only kind of thing I drink. You have to drink enough of it to replenish your body, and drinking water has so many benefits. Check it up. And it really helps your hair. Oh, it really does help your hair. So making sure you drink enough water is key as well to the overall feel and health of your natural hair. Stuff like that, the people that do. Okay, so now that I'm all moisturized my hair, we're coming to the end of the video, and the last tip I have for you guys, or the two last tips I have for you guys, is that you need to nourish your body, because if you don't nourish your body with food that will nourish your hair, or that will nourish your whole body, and then your hair, because our hair and our nails are the last part of our body that receive nutrients, your hair gonna be brittle. Let's not even think about dry. Your hair gonna be brittle. Like, the minute it comes out of your head, it's going to come out in a way that isn't reaching its full potential. It's going to look wispy, dead, brittle. Now, most people I see, their hair looks healthy. It looks healthy when it's just coming out of their scalp, and kudos everybody keeping up with their health. But if you notice that your hair is, you're experiencing alopecia, bald spots, excessive shedding, it's definitely due to something going on internally. Most of the time is if it's happening over a period of time where you've tried to deal with the issue externally. Most likely it's something to do with something that's wrong inside of you. So take your health seriously and make sure that you are feeling your best so that your hair can grow out its best. Now, the last tip. The last tip is one that a lot of us deal with, including myself, and one that I kind of touched on in a previous tip, is making sure that your crown, your edges at the back, the kitchen, like a lot of us call it. I don't have a name for it, but the back of your hair, just the whole perimeter of your hair. These are the parts of your hair that are really exposed to the elements and to the environment, and especially your edges and the crown. Because if you wear a hat, it rubs off, and usually when if your hair is down, the back of your hair, I like to make sure I moisturize that part a lot, because that's the part, if I'm wearing it down, that rubs off of my clothes. So it's very important to keep those parts well moisturized and add extra products to those parts, which is why you saw me just there adding more product to keep the crown moist, because I do experience breakage right here. Even though I moisturized it so much, I still experience some breakage. So you can see that why you need to take care of the parts of your hair that you feel like, you know, you have a problem with all the time. You need to make sure that you're on top of it, if you want even length retention, or what looks like even length retention all around. So that is all for this video. I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope I didn't bore you. Hope you learned something. Hope you can apply something. Even if it's one tip that you feel is going to help you, apply it, do it consistently, and see for try it for 2 months. See the results. 2 to 3 months. Come back to me. Tell me how it's worked for you. And disclaimer. I did not wear a protective style once last year. I got a wig at the end of the year, which I didn't wear as a protective style, but that was at the end of the year. I did not wear a protective style once. I was wearing my twist and my twist styles all throughout the year, all throughout the pandemic, which I hope you guys are doing fine. So that is the disclaimer. I wear my wig now, but I don't wear it as a protective style. I still wear my hair, which I haven't worn in ages, which I guess you could call it protective style. But to be honest, because I keep my hair moisturized underneath and I keep it into this, that's what I consider a protective style. Because if you're not moisturizing your hair underneath these protective styles, that's not a protective style. It's not. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys. And my hair feels so good, y'all. This leave-in conditioner is good. I know it's shea moisture. We're not gonna talk about that. Don't call me out in the comments, okay? Don't call me out in the comments. Shea moisture products work really well for my hair. I know they changed the formula for this leave-in conditioner. I know, I can tell, because I used this leave-in conditioner back in the day when they just was getting popular. But it still works for my hair, so I'm still gonna use it. Yeah. So if you want representation, subscribe to my channel. You'll see yourself through me through every video, so you can be reminded of how beautiful and how healthy your hair can be. Okay? Bye guys.